So welcome back everyone, Don here. As you know, we have a new addition. His name is Bean, and he's a handful. So quick story, years ago we had a golden retriever. Her time came and went, and we waited a long time to get another dog. We ended up rescuing a beagle. Turned out I was allergic, but the beagle ended up finding a good home with my neighbor next door. His name is Oliver, and we can see him whenever we like, and so it worked out really good, aside from the whole allergy thing. So we were a little reluctant to get another dog. Fast forward a couple years, and we end up with this guy, Bean. He's a golden doodle, standard size, and he is a handful. Keeping him on the leash is less than ideal. We want him to be able to run around, and with the golden that we had, we fenced in this whole backyard. I had some turkey wire that went into the woods and around, and I'm going to do that again because it's what worked. Now I know there are other methods, and we can teach him to come when he's called and all that stuff, but I tell you what, at 4 in the morning when you got to let him out to go to the bathroom, you got to put him on the leash so he doesn't run off. You got to worry about coyotes and whatnot coming up through the woods. I'm all done with that. We're going back to putting a fence up, and that's what my project is today. So here's what I got going on anyway. Here's the gate I picked up. It's galvanized 6-foot gate that I'm going to put across the trail right here. I've got a treated cedar post that I'm going to put actually on both sides. I've got a larger one that I'm going to put here. That'll be the hinge point. I'll concrete that in so it'll be sturdy enough to hold the weight of the gate. And then on this side, I'm going to put a smaller post that will allow for this chain to loop around it when it's closed. Picked up all this fencing here. This is 60-inch vinyl coated galvanized wire that will run from the corner here where the gate ends up, and I'll go down the trail on the outside of the trail and around all the way to the other side of the yard where the other vinyl fence terminates. At least that's the plan. We had that before with our golden, and it worked out quite well. It also works to keep the the wildlife out of the backyard, and not that that's that important, but I look at this little punk. He just went into the garage and grabbed another rag. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? There's no chance I'll get that from him. He is gone. This is going to take a while. So I could have used the backhoe to do this, but I wanted to keep it neat, and figured doing it by hand wouldn't be too bad, but boy oh boy, even the smallest little rock will stop you in your tracks trying to use the post hole digger. We're getting there. Crap like this makes the digging nearly impossible. There's another one. Persistence is gonna pay off. So it's good to get out and play, as long as you're playing for keeps. I'm about 30 inches down. I don't know what the standard is for a fence post, but I'm going to put concrete in this hole as well, so I think I'm going to probably call that good. Although I know in a perfect world a little deeper would be a little better, but I'm on the fence. So that's a treated cedar post, and the idea is to hang this gate off it somewhere along those lines, somewhere like that. That should leave me with just enough space to put this post in the ground on this side. And this one won't need to be as deep, it doesn't need to be as sturdy. And then that'll allow me to take this chain and loop it over the post to hold the gate closed. The other alternative I thought about was just putting maybe a piece of conduit in the ground and putting a sort of pin assembly on the bottom of this gate so I can just pin it to the ground. Got my water. It makes a difference what color the bucket is. So a pink bucket works best. So it's the next morning. I've dug this hole for the other post, which I'm going to just use to loop the chain around to hold the gate closed. This is where the post is going to go, and I'm going to wait to set this post until I put the gate up so I can get it just right. That post is set in concrete. That's going to take the weight of the gate. That should be good, but the instructions on the concrete bag say wait 24 hours before you put any strain on the post. So I'm not going to do anything with that post just yet. I'll probably wait till this afternoon. It'll be closer to 24 hours then. But in the meantime, I can start running my wire. So this is the stuff I purchased. It's 50-foot rolls of 60-inch, I call it turkey wire, but it's basically just galvanized welded wire that's coated in PVC. And I got 300 feet of this, although they only delivered 250. I'm missing a roll, but they're working on getting that to me. And yeah, this should do the trick. This is the same stuff I used last time when I had my golden retriever. I'm going to go about every 10 feet. If I wanted it stronger, I could probably put them closer, but I think 10 feet will work out. So I know it's not exactly straight, but I want to take advantage of all the width of the trail that I can. Freaking rocks. So I've never used these T-post. Hello, rooster. So I've never used these T-post clips. I've always just used like a fencing wire, mechanics wire, and just wrapped it around and held it in place that way. So let's see how this works out. This is gonna go around like this. It hooks in there. It hooks in there. Something like that. And then something like that, and squeeze that one. And I bet that'll work just fine. Right up until the dog digs a hole underneath. So I'm ready to install the gate, and I'm a little concerned about how these fit. This is going to get bolted into the post, and then the gate is going to fit onto here. But this is so sloppy. I wonder how, if I put these in square, will the gate droop? I don't know. I think it might. I'm a little worried. So since these are adjustable on the gate, maybe it's not so critical, but I just worry about this thing being all floppy inside there. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm a little apprehensive because this doesn't fit in there quite snug. We'll see. I'm sure it'll work out. I've just never done one of these, so I'm probably worried about nothing. So I haven't attached this piece of the fence yet. I'll do that with some staples. If you notice, these are leaning back a little bit because I put this in on a little bit of an angle, and I did that on purpose because of the sloppiness in the gate, in the part that slips over this. So hopefully that won't screw me up too much, but let's see what happens. I'm going to have to adjust that. Well, this will work. It will keep the dog in. My post will go here, and I think we're in business. That should keep the dog in, although I still need to get some staples so I can attach this piece of fence to the post. I'm going to have to pull it tight, attach it, maybe snip off some of the raw edges. But this should do the trick. It'll keep the dog in, and it'll keep the coyotes out, and I'll be able to let the dog out instead of walking him when it comes time to go potty. I don't know if this post on the left will get cut down. I may cut this down. I may cut this post on the left down, maybe to match the side. I'm not sure yet. So that'll do it for this one. I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.